what you want, when you want it, where you want it. This is The Mesh.
We'll try not to like too much talk over each other, but again, we are girls and we are
Agree to disagree.
Like, okay,
Moving on.
well, the makeup bottle. It's like a cracked out T-bird from Greece.
Yeah.
You know, she's got that black hair. Hey everybody, welcome back to ChickChat here on The Mesh. Thanks for tuning in. To everyone that has commented or called, left messages lately. We have received them, heard you loud and clear, and now we're back. It is, what day is it? It is June 6th, maybe? Yes, June 6th. And lots going on today. Just a reminder, if you want to know more about us or check anything else of all the other shows that we have on The Mesh, check out www.themesh.tv. You can always email us at info@themesh.tv and find us on Facebook, Twitter, and now Instagram. Yay! So, it's Mary-Margaret. I am happy to be back here and talking about all the fabulous, girly, guilty pleasure chat stuff I can. I've got a newbie at the mic with me today. I sent her a little loving through Facebook, and she's had some response from people welcoming her. And so, McKenzie, welcome to the table.
Yay!
Yay! Here she is. So, McKenzie, in case you are extremely newbie to this, so I have a bunch of different little things that people have asked about, written us about, called us about, and asked me to talk about, and we're just going to discuss it. If you know anything about it, cool. If you don't, I'm going to tell you about it, and then you can make up your own mind on it there, too.
All right, let's do it.
It's just, like I said, this is people's sort of guilty pleasure. It's the non-sports business news stuff.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you say any curse words, I can bleep you out.
Oh, that's
It's okay.
perfect, because it may happen.
I know. They slip. It's okay. We have this awesome horn honk.
Oh,
that
nice.
goes over top.
Nice. That's perfect.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That one.
Okay.
Okay. So, do you watch
I really
Bravo?
liked your, oh, there. That's good.
It's like you should have seen my cartoon eyeballs
Yeah,
pop out.
it's nice.
Right? Okay. So, because I was mentioning beforehand, the people that have written in and stuff, I mean, we got listeners everywhere.
Which is nice.
It's pretty stinking cool.
Yeah.
Little weird.
Sometimes crazy. Yeah.
Didn't quite know it was going to have any impact like this, but we're on iTunes, so anybody can listen to us. I can see like the stats up. I have a page that shows me where people are listening from. Our highest listenership comes from California,
Nice.
Canada,
Nice.
and then North Carolina.
Oh, all right. Now
Weird.
there's something wrong with that.
That's where
All
we
right.
are. And I even have like 3 listeners in Saudi Arabia.
That's fun.
It sounds like it might be illegal what we talk about over there, but they listen.
Breaking the law.
I don't care. Hey, I'll be like your rebel radio girl, that's fine. So it's a big deal. So no pressure.
Yeah. Don't screw this up.
Right. Welcome to the table. And of course, I have the pressure because your husband is a radio broadcast person for a baseball team.
Yeah, so don't screw this up.
So now here I am on the mic and sweating a little bit.
He will judge you.
I know. I mean, if he listens to the whole show, then there's a question. I can judge him.
That's right.
For listening to the show.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of judgment going on.
There are some guys that listen to this show. I do have a fan base in New York City.
Guilty pleasure. You said it.
I'm not ashamed. This one they might really want to listen to because I was prepping over my notes earlier this morning and I was like, wow, I get kind of racy in this episode. So anyway, I'm excited. Let's go. All right. So do you watch Bravo?
Yes.
TV at all?
Yes.
Any of those shows? I'll watch any of them. I don't really care.
Because they're all
the
just
same.
ridiculous. But it's nice.
Yeah.
You know?
So Andy Cohen.
Love. Because he likes St. Louis.
He does. Yes. That's what
St.
we have.
Louis buddy.
Yes. We have that in common. St. Louis fans. And as if you can't tell, Mackenzie's not from North Carolina.
I'm not. No. Originally from Missouri.
By way of Idaho.
Yeah.
Right.
So from Missouri, then moved to Idaho.
Yeah.
Then to North Carolina.
So she's definitely not from our neck of the woods, as you might say, but that's okay. We share the love for St. Louis Cardinals, and she's become a really good friend. So now we accept her here, in the South, like a transplant. All right. So Andy Cohen has rumored to be starting a new show. Okay.
Yes.
And it's called I Slept with a Celebrity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's good at getting dirt.
I know. He's going to have 2 people, and this I don't think has like been approved yet. I don't know really when it's going to start or anything else, but he's going to have 2 people that he has found that have had run-ins and hookups with celebrities, and they're going to give all the details. What did they wear? Lack of what did they wear? What did they do? Where did they meet? How was the person?
And we know who the celebrity is, or we don't know?
I think we know.
Okay.
But I don't think the celebrity has any say on whether or not they can come in and defend themselves. I mean, I guess they could show up and like say, you're a liar, but who's really going to believe them?
Right.
Yeah.
Yowza.
I would look right at the celebrity and be like, really?
You don't remember me?
I don't expect you to remember me, so really you're going to believe me.
Right, exactly.
You've probably been through this
a million and one times.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So have you ever met any celebrities? I'm not talking about hookups. You don't have to tell your hookups.
No. Well, I mean, I say that. Like, I'm not talking, I mean, I've never met like movie people, but I've met like news people.
Okay.
Like through the tornado thing, like Anderson Cooper.
That's right.
All of the Good Morning America people, like those.
So that's actually interesting because, you know, we love us some Anderson Cooper.
We love some Anderson Cooper.
I love some Anderson Cooper. How can you not, right? I don't care. I don't judge what you do. I love you just the same.
Yeah. No, he's gorge.
So, a little background. You lived in Joplin, Missouri.
Yep.
Where most people might recognize the name from was it Category 5?
Yes.
Tornado that came through in
May of 2011.
Right. And devastated just a big old strip through Joplin.
Yep.
And you were on one side of the tornado, basically. That didn't necessarily get damaged.
We were like a half a mile from it.
Right. So. But I know your sister-in-law did have Aaron's sister's house was ruined.
And my brother's apartment was gone.
Your brother's apartment gone. And this was 1 week before your wedding.
Yep.
Awesome.
The day after I graduated from college.
Ooh.
So it was just a fun
whole bunch of stuff right there.
Right.
Yeah. And you were the basically the first happy thing to happen in Joplin after the tornado.
Right.
So Anderson Cooper interviewed you.
Yes.
And you got to meet, like you said, some Good Morning America people and all, which those are downright and popular celebrities.
Sure.
Those are the people
I'd rather meet like Ryan Gosling, but you know what are you going to do? You can't win them all.
He wasn't interviewing.
He wasn't interviewing that day. He was busy. Yeah. I think he was filming or something.
Yeah,
who knows?
Something important like that. Jeez. So news
no
people,
celebrity. No,
other celebrities.
I can't think of any.
Yeah, I will share this. Okay. Well, first of all, I met Vanilla Ice and Bob Saget.
What?
At a conference. In college.
Yeah.
When they were both trying to sell themselves for performing at colleges.
Sure, because Bob Saget came to Mizzou at one point.
Ooh, he's nasty.
Nasty. Like,
he is raunchy.
Brutal.
Bob Saget, the dad, Danny Tanner from Full House. Everybody's dad. We all grew up with him on TV.
Yeah.
I don't care how old you are. You have
everybody knows who
House.
Danny Tanner is.
And he's raunchy.
Bad. Like hardcore.
I watched his performance that night, and
Yeah.
I got his signature on the back of my badge and picture taken with him, and I'm just like, what?
Yeah, no, he can make like bikers blush.
Yeah, I was embarrassed
Seriously.
for him. And then, Vanilla Ice. That was, of course, post Ice Ice Baby and pre reality series. Because Vanilla Ice Project or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, he has a TLC or whatever, the DIY network.
Right, DIY stuff. And this was before all that. So I had my picture with him, so that was cool.
That is fun.
We've had the opportunity to interview some cool people. I met Bob Costas when I was in Missouri.
Awesome.
Yeah, in St. Louis.
Sure. Yeah.
And,
I mean, I've met sports people.
Yeah.
I don't know if those are celebrities, though.
Yeah,
you know?
it is to us.
Yeah, I mean, to me. Yeah.
Right. But so here's a fun one. All right. This may not mean much to you because are you the oldest sibling?
No, I'm the middle.
You're the middle. Okay. So in the 80s, there's a popular band, Winger.
Uh-huh.
Heard of Winger?
I've heard of Winger.
Okay, they sing that song, She's Only 17.
Yeah.
Kip Winger was like a sex symbol for the 80s, I guess. Right. You know, he has this amazing smile of like just crazy white teeth.
Okay.
Right? And, of course, he had the big hair in the 80s.
Yeah, sure.
And he always danced with the shirt off.
Yeah. I
don't know. I'm going to pull up a picture while I'm telling you this story.
Yeah, because I really want to see the teeth.
They're blinding. They came to Hickory.
Okay.
Just like 2 years ago.
Okay.
Maybe. And we were asked to interview them.
Yeah.
Prior to their show.
Yeah.
Now, he's in his, 40s, 50s now.
Yeah.
But he's still singing, still touring. And in fact, he's actually written he's now become more of a classical performer on his side projects. He still does the winger hair metal stuff, but his side solo stuff has become a classical, and they adapted it for a ballet.
Okay.
So Kip Winger has music that's being played in a ballet. So he's classically piano trained, all this stuff. That's cool, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm seeing if I can find this, a good picture of him, smiling for you. In his pearly white.
There's so much pressure now. You have to find a really good one.
I know. All of them are the bands, and you can't see anything for the hair. It's all in the way. But so they come to town, and that one's not showing his teeth. But that's him in the 80s.
Okay. Yeah.
Everybody at home can just look him up right now. Kip Winger. All right. So when they come here, we go to interview them, and I sit. Whenever we get, I don't sit down yet. See, I'm getting all flustered by it because it was just really unnerving to me. Whenever they came in the building, I'm just kind of standing there waiting, and in walks Kip. I didn't really know it was him at that point because he looks older now and stuff. But the manager came over and was like, "Hey, are you Mary-Margaret? Let's do this. We got to do this. Then they're going to eat lunch. Then they got to rehearse sound. Blah blah blah." Mm-hmm. I said, "Yep, let's go." So we walk over, and I said, where would you like to sit? Would you like this side or this side, or how are you going to do it? And he was like, "Your lap looks good." And I was
and you melted.
I know. I was like, okay. All right. So granted, this is on video.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Video, audio, podcast recording.
Gotcha.
So the guy that's running the camera that we're recording on it with, he's standing beside me, and he's kind of like, that was weird. I was
awkward.
I know. And we kind of said, okay, moving on, skip winger, whatever. So we kind of laughed it off when we sit down. The entire interview, he's talking to me, whispering, asking me random questions while other people are being interviewed from the band. And he's literally sitting directly beside me to where his legs directly against mine, his arms against mine.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm just like, I can't focus. I can't focus right now. So the guy was like, all right, so Mary-Margaret, do you have any questions from fans that had written in? And one of the questions was, do you sing in the shower? And what song would you sing?
Right.
So I asked this question, and Kip's response was, what do you do in the shower? On camera. And I'm just like, oh my God, stop.
Enough.
Right? So we get up, and there's this continued awkward, weird phrases he's saying, things about it's time to go eat lunch, guys. And they're like, is she on the menu? It was weird stuff. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, this is just ridiculous. Wait, I just found a picture of him in a thong or something. Somebody says, my shrine to Kip Winger.
Oh wow, that is some good hair though.
It is good hair, right? That's straight up 80s hair. So that's he's got pretty teeth.
A good smile.
Teeth. They're straight and pretty.
Yeah.
And he wasn't really known for being the druggy, about rock star stuff. He had a wife that was killed in a car accident when he was.
Oh, okay. So he was the lovable rocker. More, Sure.
So now he's just the creepy one.
Yeah,
so,
a weirdo.
Right. So my husband knows at this time that I'm doing this interview. It's streaming live.
Yeah.
Okay. My brothers know that I'm doing this interview because I'm the youngest. I have two older brothers that grew up listening to Winger. Mm-hmm. And they go on and watch this thing. And literally, we saw them later that weekend, and my husband said something like, did y'all watch that stupid interview? And my brother was like, why was Kip Winger what was he talking to you about? He was like, that was just really awkward to watch. And I'm like,
it was awkward to be in.
I was sitting there this is ridiculous. I'm not cut out for this.
I'm not cut out for this.
I can't do this anymore.
Isn't it always kind of weird when you think about, oh, that is some good teeth.
That's a good picture right there.
With the hair. You always think celebrities will be cool, and when you find out they're just weird and creepy and awkward, you're like, oh, it's kind of a letdown,
So of course I had posted a picture. I'm like, look, we're interviewing Kip Winger, and all these ladies that I am friends with on Facebook were just like, oh my God, Kip Winger, what? Because that was their
idol.
Their 80s crush, you
Yeah.
know? I mean, we all have them. And so, yeah, it was pretty funny because I'm like, I don't really know if I want to tell people that this happened because they can still go back and watch that video. It's so awkward to watch.
Yeah. See, now I kind of want to, though. It's probably going to happen.
It's just funny. It's just like, yay, haha. At one point, he like says something. I look around, I'm like, okay.
Moving on.
You know what? I'm like listening. I'm trying to focus on what everybody else is saying. And then we had to like hang out with them. The rest not had to hang out with them, but
Right.
we were sort of following them around for the crew. So it was weird, but it's sort of my big claim to
That was
fame
your
right there.
big one, huh?
Winger, right?
Kip Winger.
Kip Winger.
Creepy Kip Winger.
With a K.
With a K, right?
Creepy with a K.
With a K. Oh, jeez.
So I would love to see this show. I slept with the celebrity. I watched Real World way back in the day in like college days and stuff. And there was a girl that lived out in, I think she was in New York or Seattle. It was one of the coasts. But she was the cast that was there during 9/11.
9/11.
Yeah.
I think it was Seattle.
I think so too. And she hooked up with a guy that they went to a concert and they bleeped out his face.
Okay. Yeah.
But I was a sleuth even back then and a stalker myself.
Yeah.
So I like actually researched who was playing that festival, and it was Big Head Todd and the Monsters, and she
Hooked up
with Big Head Todd and the Monsters, the like Big Head Todd.
Yeah,
part of it.
yeah.
And so I've always thought about that. I'm like, you know, they tried to bleep her out every time she said it, and I'm like, I totally figured it out.
Yeah,
in
like
10
I already
minutes.
know. Uh-huh.
But I'm just, I love
And
stuff
see,
like that.
what is that, 12 years ago, 13 years ago?
Yeah.
And now we're like, we want the juice.
I know.
They
Now
would
bring-
never bleep it out now.
Yeah, why
You know?
would they?
Right.
If you're smart and the celebrity, you might want to keep your name in there.
Yeah, right? Seriously.
I would totally watch it. I'm just saying I would totally watch the show.
I'd be all over it.
I'd probably DVR it. Speaking of another show that I DVR it, I don't really DVR it, but I watch it. Today's a big day because today is the return of Orange is the New Black.
Which I've heard. I've never seen.
You've never seen it. Okay.
But I have heard that it's pretty hilarious.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Again, raunchy.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Cow.
Well, so I've heard the whole idea of what it's about.
Yeah, it's a lady, white, middle-class female that experimented with some lesbian ways in her early to mid-20s. And her partner at that time actually ended up being like a drug lord. If you will.
Yeah.
Lordette. And,
Lordette.
and organized the runs. She didn't actually do them.
Right.
But the girl carried one for her one time, carried a drug run for her, and she got busted. And so like years later, this girl gets caught and told that she has to go serve time in prison, like 15 months.
Awesome.
At this time, she's now engaged to a man, like working a
Normal
9-to-5
job.
Yeah, like started her own business, all this stuff. Yeah, the cool part is this is based on a true story.
Now, see, that I didn't know.
Absolutely.
Very interesting.
I know, which makes it even cooler.
Now, who's the girl who plays her?
Her name is Taylor Schilling.
Okay.
I think you say it. I don't really know her from much else.
I wasn't sure.
But the kicker of it is that when she gets in jail, she runs into the girl that got her busted.
The drug lordette.
The drug lordette, which is
her old lover, too.
Laura
Okay.
Prepon.
Yes.
The girl from that 70s show. The long red hair.
Yep.
Although she doesn't have long red hair in this, she's got black hair and thick black eyeliner and cat lens glasses.
Okay.
Which is just weird to watch her do that. But the show's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, it's done very well.
Yeah.
And you can't, every time you watch an episode, you sit back and go, God, do you think that's real?
Did
that
really
do you think that actually happened? Right. So the girl in the show, her name is Piper Chapman.
Yeah.
Based on a lady named Piper Kerman.
Okay.
And so she's real. She's married to a guy named Larry, who in the show, Piper's fiance's name is Larry. And they have to go through the whole thing of, oh, hey, my fiance's in jail for a year. We get to do visitations.
Yeah.
This is weird. And
now, did he know that she was experimenting however many years back? Or that was a surprise to him?
surprise whenever the
What a
police
surprise.
came.
What a surprise.
Yeah. And then, of course, he's got to, tell her family and friends
Yeah.
and everything like, oh, hey. And she knows that she's going to have to get ready to go to jail.
Yeah.
So she knows she has to report on a certain date. Sort of like Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
all knew she was going to jail, but she didn't report till a certain time.
Right.
And so the show's hilarious. And today is the release of the second season.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure my entire weekend's going to consist of just thumbing through them on Netflix.
My Facebook has been filled of don't contact me this weekend. The new season is out. So I'm kind of feeling like I should probably get caught up and get with the program
it's
here.
So good. But I tell you, it's a women's prison.
Sure.
There's
no men.
There's no men in there. Except,
for 15 months, there's no men.
There's some guards.
Okay.
And one of them, it's pretty funny. You know Liev Schreiber? He's married to Naomi Watts.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
His half-brother is in the show and plays a security guard who's quite the tool.
Okay.
But his name, they call him Porn Stash.
Which is great.
Because he's got this nasty
porn stash. Yeah.
And
pretty self-explanatory there.
In case you're wondering why. But he is, you hate him in the show, but yet he's an integral part of it. And again, that's one of those things you're like, man, do you think that's real? Like these people are really treated like that? So it's a women's prison. No men around that are of any
working use.
Working use, exactly. Not eligible, if you will. And so I will say that one night I was watching the show, and my husband, anybody that listens knows this, that he doesn't watch much TV unless it's SportsCenter. So he comes in the bedroom one night, and I'm laying in bed watching the show.
Right.
And he just happens to look on the screen at a particular time. And granted, this is Netflix only, so there's no censoring.
Right. They could do whatever.
It's like higher than HBO and Skinamax.
Yeah.
Right. So he walks in and he was like, "What are you watching?" I'm like, "Hold up. They're in prison.
Wait just a second.
They're not very attractive. They look a little ratty. Don't get excited.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
This is not
this
what
isn't
you think it is. Just relax. And
Take
then
a
he was
breather.
kind of like, I don't understand. Like, why are you watching this? Why are you watching
Because it's awesome.
Because it's amazing. So, again, last episode, I told all listeners to go watch Sons of Anarchy.
Yep.
And this one, I'm telling you to go watch Orange is the New Black.
All right, done.
Pretty guaranteed that you're going to love it.
Done.
Might be awkward to watch at some points, but...
Yeah, so don't watch it with, like, your in-laws or anything. This is, like, in your own home kind of situation.
Watch it with your in-laws. Because if you're like, oh, I heard on ChickChat.
It was great. No, it's not one of those.
Not cool at all.
Yeah.
No. But one of the things in the show is... that, it's just like at a nursing home or anywhere else where there's like regulated stuff, they get their medications if someone needs medicine for something, if they have health problems, and you see them walk through the lines. Well, there's one character that's a transgender person. Yeah. So they're in the female facility. Okay. But they're actually a man. Yeah. But they have chosen to, I guess they haven't really gotten too in depth about her story yet, because the show does focus on every episode. You kind of see flashbacks to one of the inmates' lives. Okay, because you don't really know why they're there. Right. You can assume, but then sometimes it turns out to be something totally different. This guy was married, has a kid, and then decides he wants to be a woman. Okay. I don't know if he had surgery actually or not. Sure. But I know he does take hormones. Okay. So there were budget cuts in the state, and so he doesn't get as many of his hormones now, and he was real fired up. He's also the jail hairdresser. Awesome. Yes, of course. And so they address that topic in there. Yeah. So this is my segue. Here we go. And segue. I'm not sure if you have heard about Jennifer Lopez and her boyfriend. Casper Smart. Right? Smart. I don't know how I knew that, but it's something like that, right? You're storing that in the back of your mind a little bit. Uh-huh. First of all, he's 27. Right. She's not. Yeah. She's 44. Yeah. And that's great. She looks great. Gorgeous. Sure. I mean, please, I can't argue with anything with her. But they, again, big important day today, June 6th. Orange is the New Black is out. And Casper Smart and J-Lo have announced their breakup. Okay. Yep, just this morning. Which I can't say I'm surprised. Right. Mm-hmm. Because for the past, month, they've been having problems. Okay. Because of the reports that Casper has been having an affair with a transgender woman.
Okay.
And so this has been going on, these rumors.
Yeah.
Her name is Sophie Visa.
Okay.
I don't know, Visa.
Mm-hmm.
She's a transsexual bikini pinup model.
Okay.
And so, he's a background dancer for J-Lo.
Right.
Was before she became his sugar mama. And but they say that this was the second time he's had a relationship with this particular transgender person.
Okay.
And so the report came out today. Breaking news. They have broken up.
Sure.
It's done.
Yeah.
You click on the link, and the headline says, they announced this has absolutely nothing to do with the reports of a transgender
Which means
affair.
This has everything to do.
I'm calling BS.
Right. Exactly.
Seriously, you expect me to believe that this has nothing to do with that?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care if they're rumors or not.
Fairly certain that's what's going on. Well, and what a weird rumor. If it's not real, who's making up that far-fetched of a rumor? It's happening. Let's just move on.
Yeah, there's a picture of them, and I'm going to show you again, where I feel like it looks like J-Lo's walking her son to
That's
like
the way
a
I
party.
feel they always are, because he looks young
Baby
for 27.
face. Baby face.
Right. I mean, she obviously looks great for 44.
Yeah, she's 44, but she's a mom. She's
right.
She's an adult. There's
Right.
no doubt about it. She does not have a baby face.
No.
He has a baby face.
Yeah, he looks like he could be 20.
So in this picture, he's wearing his baggy jeans and a untucked long sleeve plaid button up shirt with his baseball hat turned backwards. And then J-Lo's in a pink sweater and capri set. Okay. I feel like it looks like she's walking behind her son who's in trouble.
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah. She just got him out of prison, and she just bailed him out, because she does have her nice purse.
She does, with her fancy heels and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, she even kind of looks disappointed in him in that look. She's embarrassed of him a little bit, which...
So I was very surprised by that picture, because I'm like, ooh, I don't know that that's your best look, guys.
Yeah, that's not flattering for anybody.
You need to coordinate your outfits better. There is pictures of him in suits and stuff, because obviously she's trained him.
Right, yeah, she's molded him.
Right. Mm-hmm. But, the reports were, they've hit a rough patch. She's performing here and he's doing this on the other coast and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, and then there's that little thing about the transgender
P.S.
affair.
Side note, yeah.
Hey, and you know what? I don't even care if it was a transgender. Fact is,
he's having an affair.
It was an affair.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter with who.
Yeah, that's that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, it's J-Lo, which... I tend to forget that she's been married 3 times.
Yeah. I've never been a huge J-Lo fan. I mean, I don't have a problem with her, but I don't love her
I'm
either.
The same way. I was never a huge fan of her music.
Yeah.
I think she's an amazing dancer.
Sure.
It's great. Her body's slamming.
Right.
That's awesome. She's beautiful.
Yeah.
No doubt. And I'm like you. I don't have a problem with her.
Yeah.
But I just wasn't a fan. I'm not a fan
Not
girl.
loving her. Yeah,
right.
yeah, sure.
But
I probably liked her most when she was married to Mark Anthony or whatever.
Yeah, and they were married for 7 years.
Right. They seemed like a good fit for each other.
Like they're right on the same page.
Right.
They're both a little snazzy.
Yeah.
They like to get
a little over the top.
Also a little ghetto sometimes. She can put on her Jenny from the Block stuff.
Right.
And he's kind of start speaking Spanish.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. That's probably when I liked her the most.
I agree.
They
got the twins, cute little kids.
Adorable.
And stuff. Yeah. I hate that. They're not together. That's my.
Yeah.
That's what I picture her with.
Right. Exactly.
Every time now.
Every single time.
But I forget that she was married 2 other times.
Yeah. To random guys, right? Nobody's.
Yeah.
Right?
One of them was her dancer, I think. So
she really likes those
she's got a
dancers.
type.
Mm-hmm. Seriously.
Which obviously are not working out for
Right,
her.
exactly. They're failing.
Your marriages are not on the right track with dancers. Learn your lessons. Speaking of marriages,
Hit
you like
me.
my segues?
Yes.
So good at them.
Yeah, they're good.
I tried to line up all my stories on my iPad
in
proper order, but all right. So somebody wrote in and asked about this and said we got to talk about it. It's embarrassing.
Yep.
It's the show I Want to Marry Harry.
Yeah.
I don't care if you've listened to this show a gazillion times or just one time. You know that I have a thing for Prince Harry.
Yeah.
And the royal family in general.
Right. Because it's fun.
Why would you not?
Right.
We're girls.
Yep.
I grew up watching Cinderella.
Everybody
Snow White,
wants to be a princess.
Everything. Princess. I have 2 daughters. All they want to do is dress up like princesses.
Right.
This is just what it is. And now someone's making a joke out of it. Okay. Don't mess
It feels
with Harry.
dirty, right? It does.
This is ridiculous. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed to be talking about this. All right, so there's a show on Fox, shame on you, Fox,
Yeah.
on Major Network, called I Want to Marry Harry. Now, not only am I embarrassed for Fox for hosting this, I'm embarrassed for these 25 girls
Yeah.
that go on here.
Yeah.
And they are told that they're going to meet someone who's eligible and that they can't talk about who it is, but they're going to get to live their lifestyle for a little while. They have a fake boy. That's what he is. He's a boy that his name is Matt Hicks in real life. Hicks is his last name. All right. You are no prince, sir. He is a redheaded, decent looking gentleman.
normal looking guy.
Yeah, there's nothing fancy about him, but he's a decent looking gentleman with red hair. And they are trying to play him off as Prince Harry.
Which, besides the red hair, that's what he's got going for him. Is the red hair.
That's pretty much it. Red hair.
Yeah.
Because they put him in clothes.
Yeah.
They gave him training.
Yeah.
Matt gave an interview. I say like I know him. Matt gave an interview the other day that he was given like a notebook, essentially, of all the stuff about Harry.
Yeah.
He knows where he went to school, where he was christened, his ex-girlfriends, scandals that have gone on, everything. And he was taught all this stuff. And he said he's, half the time his biggest thing is not keeping his mouth shut, because he knows if he keeps his mouth shut, he can keep the secret. Because he's supposed to keep a secret and not say who his name is. But all these women assume, they all think. They're all American, too, by the way, which is another thing that's embarrassing.
It's disgraceful.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They're all American women that they come on and say, I think that's Prince Harry. You think that's Prince Harry? It kind of looks like Prince Harry. I think it's Prince Harry. Oh my God, I'm going on a date with Prince Harry. But they can't ask him, are you Prince Harry? Because he's not supposed to tell because, it's supposed to be quiet. But he's got security coming in after him and pretending. And he's playing it up. He's lying. He's flat out lying to these women. Okay, first of all, shame on you, Fox, for showing this, because it's a big old fat lie. Mm-hmm. Second of all, women, come on now.
Shame on you.
Have you never looked at a picture of this guy?
A tabloid, anything. And if you know anything about the royal family, you know that grandma would not allow this to happen.
What makes you
the
think
queen would never allow that to happen?
Camera in your face on a date with Prince Harry.
Yeah, never going to happen.
No.
And he needs a dating show to find a woman.
Exactly.
Come on.
Really? And if there was a show that the queen allowed that Harry was on, do you think these women would be like, I don't know.
Maybe.
You Harry? Maybe you're not.
Yeah.
You kind of look like him, but not. No. I don't need to guess.
Right.
I will pick him out of a crowd of 250,000 people.
Yeah. And know for sure.
I'll look and say, no,
that's him.
This is the one.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe this. I mean, they post these pictures of him playing fake polo with probably a fake horse in his fake Harry outfit.
With the backdrop of England.
The fake castle
in the back.
Oh, it's probably Downton Abbey. It's not even the real place. It's not even where the queen goes. So they asked him, they said, so were you looking for a romance or just a bit of a laugh?
Yeah.
Talking to Matt. He's like, yeah, both of them, I think. I went on this because I'm a 24-year-old guy with a great opportunity, and it would be fantastic fun. It was such a blast. But the law of averages say that if you put 12 attractive ladies together, I'll probably end up liking at least one of them. And yeah, you see some genuine attachments form throughout the show, and there's a couple of really cool girls on here.
Oh, geez. Who are not going to be interested if they find out you're not Prince Harry.
Exactly. By the way, my name's Matt Hicks.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. Sorry, Matt. You're not going to find a wife. I hate to break it to you.
How did you guys meet? Well, you see, I was pretending to be Prince Harry, sort of.
And she was dumb enough to believe me. And it's all history from there.
That's it, folks. That's what happens. It's annoying.
Yeah.
I mean,
on so many levels, it's embarrassing.
Okay, here was, let's see what it was. So they said, so have you ever used your lookalike status outside of the show, say maybe to pick up girls? Matt says, well, you've seen pictures, and I look a lot like him, but I would not really necessarily say, hey, that's him, would you? Like, say if I was trying to get into a restaurant or a club so people see this similarity, but I don't think it would work in that way. They're not going to let me in just because I look like him. I'm not saying never, but if a girl brings it up on a night out, it sure is a good icebreaker. All right, that's all it should have been.
Right, not a show.
Icebreaker.
Yeah.
You should have left that in the pub in England.
I kind of feel like this like woman was like duped by him, and then to like cover it up, she's like, "Oh, we should make a show and dupe all these other women so that I don't feel bad about it."
So that my life doesn't seem as pathetic.
That's embarrassing. Yeah.
They asked him, does the show work because American girls haven't been exposed to Prince Harry as much as they have here in the UK? He says, oh, absolutely. I think over here we pretty much have an exact image of what he looks like. But for Americans, they don't have a royal family. I've heard from one of the girls that the closest thing to the royals that they have over there is the Kardashians.
Stop.
Thank you. Embarrassing Matt.
Oh, it's so awkward.
He's like, so our royals are in the public eye over there, but just pictures from holidays. So they've got this general overall image of a tall, well-dressed, red-headed gentleman who's well-spoken. That's all I really think of.
I don't know about that.
I kind of think of something else.
Stretching that, but okay.
If that's what you have to tell yourself, Matt.
Matt Hicks. Oh, jeez.
Matt Hicks. He's like, they said, right, so who do you think's a better catch? You or the prince?
Oh,
you know what? I didn't even want to read that.
No,
answer
yeah. Like, I don't want to find out.
He's like, I'll have to let you decide that.
Oh,
I think it'd be really tough to be a royal. I've got a pretty cool life. No, you don't.
No, you don't. You're on a dating show.
No, I don't know if
having
you know
to
this
fake.
Or not. There was a show back in the day called Joe Millionaire.
Yeah, I remember Joe Millionaire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fake millionaire.
Yeah.
He was actually a construction worker.
Right, I remember that. Just one season, right?
Yeah.
Because so many people were so upset by it. Like, women were destroyed.
Yeah, he's from Hickory.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Very interesting.
There's also a reason he didn't have like a sign or anything dedicated to him in the city.
Yeah.
Because that was embarrassing.
And awkward.
Yeah. So way to go, London.
Congratulations for jumping on board 10 years later.
Yeah. Speaking of, they have a new show on Bravo called The Ladies of London.
Which I saw.
I did too.
Yeah, I saw like a little
Real
clip
Housewives
of it. Right.
In London. Mm-hmm. But it's called The Ladies of London. But they got some American women in there.
Like 3 American women.
And it was kind of annoying because the whole time they're going, oh my God, she's so American.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like we smell
American.
Like we're disgraceful. Yeah. I mean, which they're all the same. It doesn't matter where you put those women. They all are catty
city
and
they're doing it in.
Yeah.
It's the same show every time. They're friends one week, then they share their movie next week, then they go to Hamptons.
And they all talk smack on each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I'll watch it. I'm totally
right, exactly. Yeah, no, if it's on, I'm watching it. And I'm thinking like, why am I watching this? Oh, because it sucks you in.
Oh, that's right. Because
exactly.
I'm a chick.
That's right.
That's what I do.
Yeah. Go Bravo. You've nailed your demographic. Know, right? You sucked us all in.
Way to go. Sort of like, sure, right, because I watch the Food Network, like I'm going to cook it. No, it's just because I was hungry.
Yeah, and it looks delicious, but I'm going to go eat my mac and cheese and be like,
fix it.
Right,
I'm not going to go to the store right now because I saw Rachel Ray do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey.
Can't fillet a fish. I mean, come on. It's not happening.
There was a show one time called The Naked Chef, and I'm like, I'll totally watch it.
Done. I'll do that.
Jamie Oliver.
Which is
pretty cute.
Yeah, the blonde hair.
Yeah.
It's nice.
He was worth it. Actually, speaking of, that's another little celebrity thing. Do you know who Tyler Florence is? He's one of the chefs on
with dark hair.
Yeah, he's real handsome. He does Food Court Wars.
Okay,
which the show,
because I saw they were in Hickory, right?
They were in Hickory, okay. Yeah. They came through here, our little town, and Tyler Florence was there. I was actually filming it that night, so that wasn't my claim to fame. But I used to work with his brother.
Okay.
I worked for a magazine when I was in Charleston, and his brother was one of our article writers.
Yeah,
he was actually the food review guy, which makes total sense. But on the side, for his little play money, he wrote articles for Playboy.
What? That's crazy. Which is fun.
Yeah. I totally read him and all, and he was just like, when they say the guys just read it for the articles, it's the truth. And I'm like,
you're like,
again,
okay.
BS, but yeah, you're a good writer.
But
cool.
Congratulations. You're saying that because you write those articles.
And because you just got to check.
Exactly, yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Go with that. That's
Hugh
fine.
Hefner basically just write you
now,
cash.
My mom's husband, EMT, and they live in Oregon. He worked with Paul Walker's brother, Cody Walker.
Okay.
Who I don't know if you've heard, but since Paul Walker has passed away, they're having Cody step in and be like...
Both brothers.
Right.
He's got 2 brothers.
Because they look a lot alike.
Yeah.
And I
like
mean,
his ass double.
Yeah.
You know how they always have like ass doubles for people?
That would be him.
I think that's
so.
amazing.
I mean, I never met him or anything, but it is kind of cool to think
That's fun to
about.
think
And
of
when
the
Paul Walker
connection.
passed away, there was a lot of reports. We were like, "Is it true? Is it not?"
Yeah.
I just texted my mom and was like, "Is it true?" And she's like, "Unfortunately, yes."
Oh my gosh.
But I guess he's a super nice guy, and I guess the whole family was really cool and like very like down to earth, fun people.
Nice.
So there you go. I mean, kind of a bummer, Paul
I know,
Walker.
sorry.
Bring it down a notch,
Sorry about that, but
Cody's great.
yeah. And I've heard the other day he and his brother were filling in on like the stunt jobs as well as the body doubles, if you will. But Cody has just been hired as the replacement in the franchise.
Yeah.
As a brand new character, though. Not going to be like...
Yeah, but like independent.
Like a soap opera where they change out characters.
I think he quit his job in Oregon and moved. And he actually...
Yeah.
I'm blanking on the name of Paul Walker's organization. He works...
Yeah, I can't remember.
Whatever.
But yeah.
He's like taken charge of that as well.
Nice.
So he's kind of like stepping into those shoes.
Kind of like instant
right?
status.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Baseball is back, and the Hickory Crawdads have an exciting season ahead. Join the dads for weekly promotions such as Dollar Day, Fireworks Fridays, and of course, Thirsty Thursday. The Crawdads will also host the South Atlantic League All-Star Game on June 17th. Regular season and All-Star Game tickets are now on sale and available at the Crawdads box office or hickorycrawdads.com. I just thought of one. Who was it that we were just talking about? Oh, shit. I don't remember. Whatever. Anyway. Okay.
There was the horn. I don't know.
Whatever. So speaking of... well, I don't have a segue for this one.
Yeah.
I don't have a segue. I was trying to make it really segue-ish, but I don't.
Just jump into it.
Yeah. Kim Ye.
Yeah, Kim Ye.
Kim, Kanye.
Yeah.
Married officially now.
Great for them. Sure.
Bravo. I am so torn on this wedding thing. Okay. I've seen the pictures. Everybody's seen the pictures. I mean, how can you not? They release them like one by one by one to
It's like on CNN breaking news,
Yeah.
Like, come on.
It's a little annoying. Okay, the things I'm hearing. Okay, well, let me back up. I was watching E! News one night. Like, I guess the first night that after the wedding had happened.
Right.
And they were doing their E! News live. I don't know if you've seen that. When they like read live tweets and all that stuff. It's a pretty cool show. And there was a guy who had a buddy that was in the wedding. Not in the wedding, but
a part
of the wedding. And they said that from everything they were hearing, that yes, it was very lavish in the sense that there's the decor was extreme.
Yeah, like
and
they had
that
the
it was in
flower
Paris.
wall. And,
and it's in Paris, and you flew people out there, and you spent a week out there or whatever. But the feeling of the wedding and the vows and the music and the idea and stuff was very normal.
Right.
And they said their vows to each other, and they were very sincere, and they got a little emotional, and blah, blah, blah. Despite the fact everybody thinks it's roughly, they're estimating around $2.8 million.
But for them, I mean, if you look at their net worth.
Is that really it?
Not really.
No, it's not.
No.
That, of course, is a estimate of what it cost. But that includes things of having like Bocelli sing at the ceremony.
Yeah.
And Lana Del Rey sang at the rehearsal dinner.
But you heard she did that for free.
Huh.
Just came out.
Why?
It was her wedding gift to them.
That's BS. No, ma'am.
I know.
You get paid for that.
Right?
When Kanye throws money,
because you may as well. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Why not?
I mean, that's nice and all, but whatever.
Yeah.
Apparently, Bocelli was a surprise, too.
Okay.
Kanye did that because... I don't know if I believe this or not, but Kim says he's her favorite singer ever.
Yeah, no.
But okay. No,
okay.
an opera singer is not your favorite.
She's probably only heard him one time.
Lying.
Yeah.
But she says that was her favorite. And so she's walking down the aisle and she hears it and she thinks that it's queued up like on a CD or something.
Yeah.
But she gets down there and they said there was literally like she screamed at the altar. Like in surprise because he's down there singing.
Great.
That was Kanye's surprise to her.
Great.
Let's see. The
most
baby
of
was
us
there.
get like a flower. for our surprises from our husbands.
Look, a pretty note before I walk down the aisle.
Exactly.
And a card. Now, you hearing all this about Rob,
Yeah.
the brother?
Yeah.
Ditched out on the wedding?
Yeah, because he was a little ashamed of the weight.
I'm
don't know.
wondering if that's the whole truth. Okay, the way this person wrote it up in an article, it was saying that Rob Kardashian actually flew home on Saturday morning, and TMZ is reporting that's because he's embarrassed about his recent weight gain and didn't want to appear in photographs, and that his family was insisting. You know, so he got a little pissed at his family, is what they're saying.
Sure.
Because they wanted him all the pictures. I know. I mean, I don't know. I guess I know he, on the show, has been some weight struggles and has had these issues, but I don't know. It's like he was working on them, and
Yeah, it's so weird. I don't
know. They say it's like a lot of stress-induced stuff. I mean, who wouldn't in that lifestyle? Jeez.
Right, and having
Goodness
to
gracious.
deal with those sisters.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
though.
know. That's still kind of sketchy
It's weird to me.
because that family seems super, super tight.
Right. I mean, they really do for all of their
Like, why in
faults,
the world would
but-
you get up and leave on the wedding?
Yeah.
I don't know. I wanna
The day
know more.
before?
I want to know
Something
more
was
about
going-
that. Yeah, I think there was
But,
something.
I mean, will we ever know? Because I don't
Doubt
think they
it.
filmed
No.
it, right? I mean, that was one of the things they were like, we'll give pictures, but we're not going to film it for the show.
Really, is it not going to be part of the show?
No.
Interesting.
So, which is,
Well, I do know that the new season starts pretty soon.
Yeah.
Like in the next couple weeks
Few
or so.
weeks or so, uh-huh.
And they said that they're going to answer in the first episode whether or not Courtney is pregnant with the third baby.
right, which
Scott.
just came out, yesterday, that
Yep.
supposedly she is.
They're saying that she supposedly is and that everybody's reporting it, but then I guess the Kardashians responded to it or something saying,
Yeah.
you'll have to watch the first episode. And I was like, you guys
Their
are
whole
brilliant.
lives
You're
are
brilliant.
just, I mean, they plan
That's
everything.
marketing
They're
gold.
genius.
Yeah.
Yeah, genius.
Let's see what else they talked about. I did hear, and I don't know how true it is. Of course, because everybody was there is not really talking.
Yeah.
You know, that's sort of the deal. You come to the wedding, you're
Yeah.
not really going to spill the details. But that the table setting for the wedding reception
Sure.
was a marble slab, and the guest's name was etched into it.
Now, see, that doesn't feel like small, intimate, not
Traditional.
over the top. Like, who has that?
Yeah.
And what do you do with
What do
those
you
tables?
do with it afterwards? That's what I don't understand. I'm like, wow, that's really sweet.
and then what?
Now what?
Yeah.
Do you have to like chop off your block before
Yeah.
you leave?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to take my slab.
my
of
little
marble
sliver. They have to cut it like a pizza.
Your wedding gift.
Yeah, exactly.
Your parting gift
Right.
for going. But you know what? I totally don't doubt it. Like that sounds like
Them.
something.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the potty? Did you hear about the toilet?
No, I missed the
There was a
toilet.
Huge gold box, like over beside on the side of the reception area.
Yeah.
And it was like a room that you go in to this gold box because gold was what flowed with the theme of the wedding. Mm-hmm. And you go in and it was the toilets.
It's like a gold porta potty.
Uh-huh.
That's
But it's a
fancy.
nasty, like, big-ass room.
Okay.
Portable rooms. Yeah.
So that was probably created just for the wedding.
Absolutely. Gold potties.
Uh-huh. That's, you know.
As I forget what they called they
Yeah, the
had a
theme
name
of the
for
wedding,
it. Yeah,
sure.
they had a name for it, but this gold potty sat close to it and they said it was the hit of the wedding.
That's fun.
That's sad.
That's what you remembered from the Kimye wedding was the gold toilets. Have fun.
The toilet was the star, is what they referred to it as. Let's see, it was black diamond custom cut marble trove of previously unreported fantastical details.
Oh, it's so much.
Headless nude statues everywhere, and then a golden toilet tower.
Toilet tower. That's wonderful.
Yeah. It also had a giant. Oh no! It said it was dark inside, and everyone was too afraid to plug the lights back in. But that the lights got unplugged halfway through the reception.
Yeah.
And somebody didn't want to plug them back in because they were they didn't want to mess with
Sure.
a gold toilet.
Right.
I don't know what you want to do with that. And so that the bathroom for the second half of the reception was dark on the inside.
You know, I kind of feel like there was probably like 900 wedding planners, and it's surprising that one of them didn't notice
Right.
that the toilet tower
Lights
was
were out.
dark.
Did you hear about Jaden Smith, Will Smith's son?
Okay, so I saw these pictures of him, and are like, is that legit? Did he
Yeah,
really
he's-
like show up wearing like
White
a Batman costume?
A white Batman costume.
I mean,
and he ran around.
he's
um,
something.
ran around as, quote, like a chicken with his head cut off from 8:30 until 10:25 p.m., batting glasses off the table whenever he came to an empty seat and then smashing them on the ground.
He's a nut job.
I mean,
I love me some
what?
Will Smith,
I love Will Smith,
but his kids
control your son.
are a little out there.
Control your son.
Crazy.
They said Vogue Italian, the editor-in-chief there, Franca Sozzini, was getting irritated because Jaden kept coming up behind her and he would throw his cape over her head.
Which is kind of funny.
I'm like, well, that part I kind of like about you. Sorry what I said earlier. There was one person that got drunk and passed out on an ottoman.
Okay.
There.
So like any typical wedding.
Sounds like our party.
North Carolina wedding right there.
It says, according to all Italians that were there, the toilet was the star of the show. Kanye gave 2 speeches. One of them was 20 minutes long.
Well, he does love to hear himself talk, so
Yeah.
good for him.
So 45 minutes, so there's 2 speeches, 45 minutes total of toasting himself.
Yeah, like I said. Can't say that surprises me. But you know, they're both like the most egotistical people in the world, so
my gosh.
maybe it'll work for them. You know, they'll stroke each other's ego.
You know, Courtney is my favorite.
She is mine too.
Kardashian.
Mm-hmm.
The girl's like, I ain't trying to get married.
Yeah.
Because every other one of y'all that's gotten married
It's failing.
is screwed up.
She seems like
And
a pretty
we are-
good mom.
We are fine.
Yeah.
She's doing the whole healthy stuff
Yeah.
where she's bios and
Now,
whatever.
did you see when she had Mason? Did you see that episode
The
where
girl
she
pulled
pulled
the
the baby out of her? That will forever be etched in my brain.
Yeah.
And Aaron was watching it with me and was just like startled by this. Like, that's not normal.
Everyone's like, no, that's not really what
Like,
happens.
You don't do that.
This
Yeah.
is not normal.
Yeah. Mind blowing.
And they even said it like it was funny because Chloe afterwards in the interview's like,
Yeah.
where he just reached down like it was nothing.
Like yanked
and
her child
pulled her
out.
kid
And
out.
she was so calm.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like, yeah, I'm just going to get this baby
Yeah.
out of me now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
She
you know,
really is
she's
my favorite.
She's pretty level about everything. There's real no emotion in her voice
Right.
ever.
Right. Ever.
And at some points that used to be annoying. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
just,
sure.
God, act normal or
Yeah.
something. But now I'm like, no.
Love it.
She's got it right. She
Yeah.
knows exactly what she's doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm kind of curious what's going to happen with them though, Courtney and Scott.
Well, we'll see.
Stay tuned for the next
episode. Yeah,
'Cause I'm sure
seriously.
they'll tell us.
Yeah, they have an interesting relationship for sure.
Yeah. Let's see. Quick hits. One of the Duggar girls got engaged. We talked about that on the last episode of ChickChat, the 19 kids and counting.
Yeah, I can't stop watching it. It's like a train wreck that I can't stop. I can't.
We've discussed it on the show before. The whole, let's keep our kissing
Yeah.
and our holding hands.
And front hugs. Yeah, the front hug thing is weird to
only
me.
side hugs are allowed right now.
Right.
So weird.
Yeah.
But
And they can hold hands, but there's no like interdigitation.
right, it has to
It's
be
just
cupping.
it's just the cupping. Yeah. Which again, because that interdigitation is very
Gives dirty
sexual.
thoughts. Gives dirty thoughts.
Yeah, it's
But
intense.
have you ever noticed how Jim Bob and Michelle like make out?
They're disgusting.
Like gross
It's
make out.
gross all the time.
Like they went putt-putting one time and they couldn't keep their hands on each
Raunchy.
other.
Yeah.
And I was like,
and he
why?
was like making these weird like sexual innuendos
I know.
and yeah.
I'm like, Jim Bob, you're not making a good example here, buddy.
No, yeah, that's not working. But then you're like, well, I mean, now we know why you have 19 kids.
I guess so.
I mean,
And she's all trying to get pregnant again.
which is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to judge, but it's crazy
Have as
to
many
me.
kids you want because they are debt free.
Great.
They provide for their kids. Their kids are homeschooled
Yep.
and going on to education.
They're all
and
very
jobs and stuff.
respectful.
They seem,
They
they seem
work
like a fabulous
hard.
family. Exactly right. They take care of each other. They're respectful, whatnot. And I don't think it's an act.
No,
I think
I don't
that's,
either.
like,
I think
straight
that's
up
genuinely the
how
way
they
that they
really are.
Yeah. So, they live like an hour and a half from Joplin, where I grew up.
Okay.
So if you go to University of Arkansas, that's where they live in that
Okay.
area.
Yeah.
So a lot of my friends who went to college went to
Yeah.
University of Arkansas. It's only an hour and a half
Sure.
away. Would run into them around town. They're the exact same way.
Yeah.
Super
Just
respectful.
nice
Super
kids
nice.
and family. And at that point, that's where you say, I can't judge you for how many kids
Right.
you have because you're not
Do your
doing
thing.
anything wrong with them.
No.
It's not like you're Octomom.
I know. Yeah. No. Right. Yeah. Yeah. You're not like
trying
living
to
off
get
of
money.
welfare.
Right.
Yeah.
You are debt free and you're providing.
Yeah.
And way to go. But still, there's that part of me that's like, how do you give each of them the attention that they need?
Right. Which, I mean, I think they've admitted it's impossible
Absolutely.
to do. Which, I don't know if you watched the show, but
been focusing
recently
on-
she's been trying to like spend more quality time with
She
the
says
individuals.
she's trying to learn their hobbies.
Right.
Which I think is fun. Like she's learning chess and she's like, I don't know how
Yeah.
to do this.
Yeah.
Or play violin or something. But still, 19.
Is a lot.
That's tough.
Mm-hmm.
And so the oldest one's off and married and has kids that are their grandchildren that are the same age as their youngest children.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. And then now the two daughters that are in courtships
Mm-hmm.
are, one is engaged and one, it's bound to happen.
Yeah, it's
anytime
going to
now,
happen,
right?
I'm sure.
Tessa, I believe.
Yeah.
But Jill Duggar is engaged since the last episode. And then in the opposite of news for that, Bethany Frankel,
Yeah.
who was one of the original
Yeah.
housewives,
Yeah.
she and Jason Hoppy, who she's the inventor of the skinny girl margarita.
Right.
She's the one that was the eternal single woman. She hated men. She
had her own
dad.
show for a while.
Yes. She's got a little talk show, Bethany.
Yep.
And now she started going through this divorce after she met Jason on the show. They got married. Then they had a baby.
Yep.
She made it seem like everything was just amazing. I love this guy. He accepts me for who I am. And now they got into a nasty divorce
Bad.
and court custody battle over Bryn,
Yeah.
their daughter. And it was just settled yesterday.
Yeah. After like a year or
Oh my
something
God,
ridiculous. Yeah.
And so the divorce is final. The court custody is done. And they now have co-parenting rights. Ridiculous.
Congratulations. Which
You
could have been
are
settled
not
if
worth
you
my
had
time anymore.
Right, exactly. I'm kind of
Yeah.
over that whole thing.
Hayden Panettiere and Scarlett Johansson are pregnant.
Yeah, I actually really like Scarlett Johansson. So I
do too.
didn't
I
like
do
her
too.
for the longest time, and she's totally growing on me.
I didn't really like her because she was way prettier than I was and had a lot of boobs and
Right, and she was with
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds for a
Yeah,
while,
I
and
mean,
I love him. So
right.
yeah, it was all a jealousy thing. That's no lie.
Pretty much love you.
Yeah, so good for her.
Yeah,
Happy
yeah.
for her.
Yeah, Hayden Panettiere is engaged to that hockey player, I guess he is, or he's a
Boxer.
fighter,
He's a boxer.
fighter,
Now,
yeah.
have you seen them together? They're like Aaron and I.
Yes,
Because
your husband is
6'8", and I'm 5'5" on a good day.
and you're not.
Right, exactly. So,
Yeah, Mutt and Jeff. I mean, it is.
but he's like 6'8" or something, and she is only like 5'2".
I was about to say she's barely 5 foot. I
Yeah.
think I was reading, and she has to wear the heels all day, but she comes like his waist.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, talk about that's like the J-Lo Casper thing, where it kind of looks like he's like her
Got his-
eternal bodyguard
got
or
his
something. I
kid
mean,
with
it's
him.
not. Yeah,
I know,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Because she's young looking too.
Right. Yeah. No, she could be wearing one of those backpack leashes all the time, and it would be like so phenomenal. Yeah, it would
I
make
love
my
it.
life.
I love it. Totally would.
I mean, she's
All right.
carrying his child. Can we like that baby's going to be huge.
Awkward.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, they've got like a. I don't even want to picture.
I know.
See if she reaches down and pulls that one out.
Yeah, exactly. Have fun with that.
All right, so we've talked about dysfunctional marriages, dysfunctional people. Oh, and by the way, did you hear about that kid that's got the 90-year-old?
Just heard that on the
Oh my God,
radio.
me too.
He's
Gross. He's 31.
31 and she's 91. And they both look their age for sure.
Absolutely, and he just took her home to meet Mama.
Yep. And
they-
mom loved him.
They sat and had pictures made together. And he's dating 5 women over the age of 60.
And because he said he likes the extra skin and saggy
Wrinkles.
boobs.
He says he likes the au naturel.
It's mind blowing.
I'm like, and he's got a baby face. I don't know if you've seen his picture
Yeah.
or not. He's
Yeah.
super baby face. So even 31 does not look
no,
31.
but she certainly looks 91.
Absolutely. She was just like, yeah, whatever. Oh, and he said they have a really strong sex
life. Of course they do. Well, I mean, she's
Like
91.
Anna Nicole
You go.
Smith type stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Ugh. So we've talked about dysfunctional people,
Yeah.
dysfunctional marriages. We talked about transgender stuff, affairs, all that. But let me tell you this. So I read this story the other day about this gentleman named Rocky who has just recently passed away. But he is going to be buried beside his wife, who has previously passed away many, many years ago from a complication from surgery. He was 97, so obviously a long, fabulous, healthy life. But his wife, they were married for 55 years.
Okay.
She died in 93 after complications from heart surgery. And every day he went to the cemetery and he sat beside her grave.
For 20 years.
20 years.
Oh, that's sweet.
Every day.
Yeah.
He said, he would talk to her. He would read to her. People would come by that had other loved ones in the cemetery, and they would talk to him. So he made friends.
Yeah.
Out there. He wasn't being completely unsocial. And then he had to stop going quite as much because he had a family friend pass away, and he said he felt like he had missed a little bit of their life.
Yeah, yeah.
But that he would still go like daily, just maybe not as long every day, to the cemetery and sit and talk to his wife. And now he's passed away, and he says that he has to be buried on her left side because that's the side he walked on when they held hands.
Oh, now that's true love.
I mean,
it's very sweet,
right?
Yeah,
that's what
sweet.
These people need to be reading,
right?
His name, and I'm just going to say it because he deserves to be said. We said everybody else's names. His name was Rocky Abelasmo, and his wife was Julita.
Oh, that's sweet. Very sweet.
Is in Boston. He was devastated, obviously, by her passing. And he would walk to the St. Joseph Cemetery, sit in his lawn chair. He'd greet people. Other people would bring him food and drinks and stuff just because he was like, well, hey, why do I have to get up if you're bringing me food? And they would sometimes they would bring things for her, too, like flowers to decorate, little trinkets to put out there, and said that, he was making friends. And he said, she's a part of me, and here is where I am whole. He's like, being here makes me feel better, not good, but better. He's like, and I do it for her and for myself.
Very sweet. It's so sweet.
Come on.
Yeah.
These are real people.
Yeah.
These are the people that look at him sitting out here beside him. Sitting.
Oh,
There's a
how
picture
adorable.
of him just sitting, sits there in his lawn chair with a little umbrella. And
oh, that's adorable.
Yeah. So.
Good for him.
Good for him is right.
Yeah.
All right. So that's ending on a happy note.
Yeah.
So we have this thing that we do at the end of every ChickChat called This or That.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give you two things, and you have to pick one. You can't say, well, in what situation or whatever. You just have to pick one.
Deal.
Okay?
Yep.
All right, so here we go.
Okay.
Pulp or no pulp?
No pulp.
I'm no pulp as well.
Yeah.
I don't even drink orange juice.
Me either.
I don't like it.
It hurts my mouth.
Kisses or hugs?
Hugs.
Me too. Noise or silence?
Silence.
Me too. I think.
Yeah.
Everybody be quiet. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Silence is
Left
good.
or right?
Right.
Right. Me too. Veggies or fruits?
Fruits.
I'm veggies, I think.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Yeah, I know, right? Meat or fish?
Meat.
Meat. Me as well. Let's see. What's some other ones here that I had? Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
Me too. Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera?
Britney Spears.
Me too. We're awesome.
We're so cool.
Cookies or cake?
Cookies.
Cookies, me too. And baked potato or mashed potatoes?
Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes, me too. And here's the last one that we end every show with.
All right.
William or Harry?
Oh, William.
Oh, I'm Harry. So, okay. Thank you so much for being on the show today.
It was fun.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
And now you've gotten your crash course, and this is how it goes. Now you can come back anytime you want.
Yay.
Awesome.
Or every week. Who knows? Who knows?
Start it up. It's like I had a friend tell me it was sort of like therapy.
It is, right?
You just
get it out. Yeah. Like
you're
purging.
Talking about your crushes. You talk about all the shows and the trash you watched that week.
Yeah, that you can't talk to your husband about because he doesn't get it.
I mean, we know each other's husbands.
Yeah.
And they
don't care about that. Right, exactly.
You actually talked to my husband last night who warned your husband
not to listen to the show.
Don't worry about listening to the show because you're not going to like it.
Right, you won't be interested.
That's all right. If Aaron's listening, thank you. All right. So again, for Chick Chat, it's Mary-Margaret and McKenzie. We want to invite you to check out all the other shows on The Mesh. Go to themesh.tv. You can email us at info@themesh.tv. We also have a voicemail line that is strictly voicemail. Some of you know all about it because they'll leave a message and say, don't say my name. But the voicemail line is 828-619-0048. Come find us at Chick Chat on The Mesh on Facebook. I post up some just fun things every once in a while whenever I come across it. Or you can write me some requests about what you want us to talk about. Or just stop in and say hello. We're also on Instagram, but I need to get better about that. Just saying. It's The Mesh TV.
Starting today.
Yeah, right now. I'm going to Instagram a picture of McKenzie and I before we walk out the door. So I'm going to do that. So again, thank you, McKenzie, for being here. Super good time. And all right, everybody, we'll catch you next time. And have a good guilty pleasure.
You've been listening to The Mesh, an online media network of shows and programs ranging from business to arts, sports to entertainment, music to community. All programs are available on the website as well as through iTunes and YouTube. Check us out online at themesh.tv. Discover other network shows and give us feedback on what you just heard.